Hello everybody, hope you guys are enjoying your day. Today we're going to be looking at a widespread severe weather day, which is going to be upcoming over parts of the central United States. Now, before we do get into it, I do want to apologize for not uploading over the past couple of days. There really wasn't a lot to talk about. It was a very non-active pattern after we had Tropical Storm Arthur. Really nothing else too significant happened. So this is one of the first really significant or more widespread events that we're seeing, and that's why I'm going to be posting a video on it, and I hope when there is events like this that I will be posting videos on it. So here is your current National Weather Service page, and we actually do have some very warm temperatures over the southwestern United States. We have excessive heat watches in effect for parts of California, Nevada, and Arizona. We have red flag warnings over parts of Utah, Colorado, into Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, and New Mexico there. And then we even have some winter weather advisories over southern Montana, frost advisories over eastern Maine, and then we have some dotted across air quality alerts over parts of the central and eastern United States here. So here's your current Storm Prediction Center page, and we have this would be for today, and then I'm going to show you what they have for tomorrow. They have actually an enhanced risk. This is not associated with our widespread severe weather day. All of this to the west here is our widespread severe weather day, but this over here, this is just due to some to a disturbance that's going to be moving to the east, increasing convection, and you're actually going to see over parts of northern Illinois and eastern parts of Iowa an enhanced risk of severe weather, and it's actually going to be quite a potent day. We have a 10% chance of tornadoes there over northern Illinois and eastern Iowa, which doesn't sound like a lot, but actually when they do put a 10% chance, that's within a 25% radius. So there are actually probably going to be around 4 to maybe even as much as 10 tornadoes today. Here's your wind threat, and you see more elevated over parts of the plains where we have a 5 to 15% chance of some wind damage here. And then if we look at your hail threat, we actually have two significant hatched regions, one over southern Texas, or western Texas I should say, within a 15% chance of region, and then another over parts of western Nebraska and western South Dakota there, where you have the chance of seeing 2-inch diameter hail or greater there. Now, here's your day 2 convective outlook from the Storm Prediction Center, and they are actually putting out a marginal risk, and this could definitely be enhanced or upgraded, and this updates every 24 hours or so, and they have a marginal risk of severe weather expected over parts of the central United States. It did move a little bit further to the east, and you also have that slight risk engulfed in that marginal risk. Here's your tornado risk: 2% chance over eastern Texas and western Louisiana, and another 2% chance over Iowa, Missouri, Nebraska, and Kansas. Here's your wind threat, and we have a 5 to 15% chance of wind damage within a 25-mile radius of any given point within this area. And your hail threat, 5 to 15% chance of seeing some damaging hail. Now, here's your simulated radar from the NAM 3CAM model. We have to take a very wide view because of how widespread the severe weather is. It's going to be going all the way from about Texas to about South Dakota, and maybe even reaching into North Dakota there. So it is going to be very, very widespread. You see that upper level low over parts of Iowa kind of spinning around, and that's actually going to help with some of that severe weather over parts of the Great Lakes and the Midwest there. Now, really over parts of the southern United States right now, you have a couple of thunderstorms, but that's not really what we're going to look at. You're actually going to see some thunderstorms start to fire up kind of in a line over parts of just east of the Rockies, and they're going to make their way further to the east slowly and gradually. Now, as we continue here, you start to see them pop up there over Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. Then you have a little bit of a break where you don't see any thunderstorms over Nebraska and Kansas, and then over to the Dakotas again you see more thunderstorms. This would be by tonight, very late tonight, and then as we get into tomorrow morning, you're starting to see them kind of die out, but they're still moving further and further to the east. You still have a very robust band of thunderstorms as you get through about, this would be about about 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. Central Time here, and you're seeing a very robust band over parts of South Dakota and Nebraska, as well as southern Texas, and these are going to be moving their way further to the east. Now you're going to see your next round of widespread severe weather, kind of on a tilt here, going on a northeast tilt here from Texas going to about Minnesota here. Now we are going to be seeing some very widespread severe weather over parts of southern Minnesota through Iowa into Nebraska, Kansas, and Texas, and even into parts of Colorado there. And in the higher elevations, you could actually see some snow out of this. This would be by late on Sunday, and this is going to be moving into Monday. And you're seeing this is going to be moving its way further to the east, and I wouldn't be surprised if they actually did put maybe a slight risk for Monday for parts of the south central United States. Now here is your total precipitation, and this is your total precip from this event, and you're seeing we have some where those bands of thunderstorms did set up. You do have some 1 inch plus amounts, but for the most part, if you're not in a band of thunderstorms, you're probably just going to see maybe a quarter to half an inch of rainfall out of this. Now, here's your current CAPE values, and these are going to be very important for the severe weather. Now, you are going to see very high CAPE values over parts of the south central United States and the southeastern United States. We have CAPE values of about 3 to 5,000, but in the area where you're going to see thunderstorms, you're seeing 2 to about 4,000 CAPE all the way up into Kansas, and then up through the Dakotas, you actually see up to about 500 to 1,000 CAPE, which is convective available potential energy, showing you how much energy you have in the atmosphere, and you actually do have quite a bit all the way up into Canada there, because you are actually seeing some very, very warm conditions, and that will actually help with bringing in some of that very moist and conducive air for some severe weather. You see a lot of CAPE over parts of the south central and kind of the Ozark region, where you are seeing a lot of CAPE, about 2 to 4,000 CAPE joules per kilogram. And then as we continue here, it starts to move further to the east, and your CAPE kind of dies out with time. Now, why is this happening? Now we actually have a upper level low that's sitting over parts of Iowa, and this is going to help steer in some of this nice moisture from the Pacific here, and this is going to be moving kind of straight like this because of this upper level low. You also have this big trough that's going to be digging into parts of the western United States, and this is going to be moving eastward with time, and that's going to also help with your severe weather development. You see it kind of cuts under. You have a cutoff low that goes south into parts of Texas and Oklahoma. You have that little remnants that goes up into North Dakota and also into Minnesota, and then through parts of Ontario and Canada, and then that's going to move out. But you notice that you also have some very, very intense ridging over the top of this, and that's actually going to allow for some very, very warm air over parts of the United States, over the northern United States. So that's actually going to help bring in some of that nice warm moist air to parts of the northern United States, and that's what's going to help extend this further and further to the north in terms of your severe weather. Anyways, guys, that is going to wrap it up for today's video. Please consider liking the video, subscribing, and turning on notifications so you never miss this video when I do upload. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.